starting from 6:30 p.m. until 8 p.m. So we start with Om Hari Om and then Gopala, Gopala, Gopala Haribo. So let's get started. We do call and response. I say the Om Hari Om twice, and then you say the mantra back to me after I finish, and this way we can motivate each other. Let's get started. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Your turn. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, 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 Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Louder. Thank you. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala, Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol. Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol, Gopala, Gopala Hari Bol. Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol. Together. Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, 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 Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari. Four more time. Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol. Last one. Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya. Everybody. Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol, Chaitanya, Nityananda Hari Bol. Hari Om. Om. Hari Om. you so much, everyone. Here we go. So this was Kirtan meditation. We're going to do hips more after dinner, which is around 6:30 p.m. And now we are going to do some mindfulness, Gauranga breath meditation altogether. Goes for about 10 minutes. So please sit in a very comfy position for me. Very relaxed, shoulders back, head upright. And gently close your eyes, please. So, in this practice, we start by focusing on our breath. Breath is actually a wonderful gift. As long as the person's living in their body, breath is one of the key symptoms. Naughty, monkey-like mind tends to take us to the past and future and to all different places. And focusing on our breath helps us prepare for our meditation, because that gives us a sense of attending the present moment. We tend to inhale through our nostrils because nose filters the air. And by inhaling through the nostrils, we can absorb this subtle energy in air through our subtle energy chakra located at the back of our nasal cavity. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and deep breath out all together. And when we inhale, just observe how your chest and belly expand. And when we exhale, just witness how our chest and belly contract. Let's do a couple of deep breaths together. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Wonderful. The inward breath is refreshing and outward breath is relaxing. When inhaling, we let a cool, soft air get into our nose. And on the exhale, we send the warm air out. We are now going to add the mantra Gauranga, meaning the Golden Lord of Love, to our practice, turning that into a proper, complete meditation practice. So Gauranga has 4 syllables. Go, Ra, An, Ga. So we are going to join the guys in the background to inhale and say the Gauranga on exhale all together. So let's listen to the guys in the background one more time, and then on the second mantra we will join them. Let's listen. Time to join. Deep breath in. Go. Let's do 2 more. Keep your eyes closed, and without repeating the mantra, let it resonate in your mind and your head, and to wash away any worries or negative feelings you might be holding in your heart. Keep your eyes closed, and we now do Gauranga on guitar. So we start with attentive listening meditation, which is just opening our ears and welcome the beautiful spiritual sound into our ear, our mind and heart. And then halfway through we will join and say the Gauranga all together for a few times. Just listening for now. Let's join me. Two more times. Gora, guys, please bring your focus back to the room and people and objects around you. And if you like, you can now gently open your eyes and probably putting your palm together, creating some nice warmth, massaging your face and your neck. All right, thank you so much. We are now going to have a talk by our dear friend. Is this Jiva tonight or Tat? It's Jiva? Okay, so Jiva Krishnadas. Please come forward, Jiva. Haribol. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome. So this is a part of the program where we speak a little bit about chanting and yoga practice and spiritual development. So there's I'm going to broach a controversial subject today. So we were saying one of our talks, last week, we were talking about how there's a lot of divisiveness in the air these days, and it's not just divisive; it's really bitterly divisive over different issues, different political issues, and social kind of issues, and. Is anybody noticing that it's becoming bitter, especially bitter? One person, yeah. And it's because I remember, in when I was younger, I was never that into politics or stuff. Just a bit of a casual observation, I guess, like most people. And I remember, it used to be a thing where in the federal parliament here in Australia, you'd have the Liberal and the Labor guys, and they used to have some pretty fierce battles in Parliament. Have you ever seen it in Question Time? You ever seen that? Anyone? Seen that? They sort of really go for each other. I think it's part of the psychology of the whole thing. And anyway, so they had that, but at the end of the day, when it was all over, they'd still go off for drinks together. And there was sort of like, they understood what it was. Okay, we're going to battle over these issues, and then we're going to go and have they could transcend the divisiveness. You with me, everybody? Can you see that? And that, so they'd argue passionately over what they believed, was the best things for, people and our society. But they were able to get over it at the end of the day and still see each other as friends, as well, fellow travellers in a sense. They'd respect each other. Okay, I differ with you, but I still respect you. So it's kind of like that's being lost a little bit these days, and it's becoming very bitter. I saw a thing in the news. There were these women in Sydney. I think it was Sydney, one of the big cities. I didn't pay that much attention to the actual details of what they were doing, but these women were getting together. There were a lot of basically middle-aged kind of women, 40, 50, kind of that kind of group, and they had something to say about. I think it was trans issues. They were getting together and they just went to a public park and they wanted to say what they wanted to say. So they're out there in public and they're doing this, and some other trans people got all upset about it and they were just like going to attack these women. They heard about what was going to do, and they were getting ready to basically attack them. They were screaming abuse at them. And there was a line of police separating them, and the police had to hold them back. And so it was a pretty dangerous situation for these women. They were in danger of, just being attacked, and they were sort of frail. In a lot of cases, they weren't going to be able to fight. So, and it was so bad that even one of the trans people in the trans activist side, he was. I'm not sorry, I don't know how to say the right way, but if I've made a mistake, one of the trans people was also critical of his fellow trans people, saying, this is ridiculous, this is getting out of hand. This has just gone too far. So he was upset with his friends for just being so aggressive about their point of view. So anyway, that's the kind of thing that's going on. And from the yoga point of view, or from the, we can look at this and just sort of see it as, okay, you've got this difference of opinion, but we don't need to really get so upset about it. You can have your disagreement without half killing each other. In fact, the whole yoga system is about transcending bodily identification. I mean, that's what this whole issue is about, how you identify, right? I've got a man body, biological man body, but I want to identify as a woman. Or I've got a woman body, I want to identify as this. Or or I've got a black body and I want to identify as white. That happens too. Remember Michael Jackson? Some people get so wrapped up in this whole how they see themselves or want to see themselves that they'll do radical things to their body. Like Michael Jackson went this pigmentation course surgery thing, tried to make himself more white. And it kind of worked a little bit, I think, because if you see pictures of him, he does look a little bit white. So, people do these things, and fair enough. If someone feels really strongly about it to the point you want to do that, then sure. But from the yoga point, it's not necessarily going to make you happy. There's plenty of women already that are unhappy. Plenty of men that are unhappy. What makes you think that you're going to change and you're going to suddenly become happy if you change one to the other? In fact, from the yoga point of view, from yoga teaching or the Vedic teachings, ancient traditional teachings coming out of India, it's like this happens automatically anyway. When you realise we're spiritual in essence, that's our true identity. Like I'm sitting here, I've got a man body, right? Biological man. And I'll confide I'll confide a little thing. Some of you might who know me might think it's a little bit weird. I'm looking. From time to time, I have thought, I wonder what it's like to be a woman. Seriously, I've sort of sat there and gone, oh, I wonder. Maybe, what would it like to be a woman? I wonder if I was one. I've started thinking about it. Now, I didn't take my thoughts that seriously because, well, after all, I'm not a woman. I got all the biological features of a male. So I didn't entertain that thought too far. But these days, if you even hint like that, if you even let someone know, maybe I'll go, yeah, and they'll, okay, let's cultivate that thought. Maybe you really are a woman. Maybe we can, So this is the problem, that, a slight little thing and people will jump on it and try to take it somewhere. And the problem is, it creates a lot of confusion. That's basically what it does. As another case I saw, another example was this person. This was from the United States. I'm going to say the wrong way. I don't know how to say it correctly, the right way. So if I say it wrong, it was a I forget now actually, but it was a woman. I think it was a man who wanted to identify as a woman. That's right, and he had undergone the whole surgery process, So he was surgically, he'd been encouraged to do it. He'd been led on, and somehow or other. And a couple of years later, he was just really unhappy and really regretting that he had done this, that he had been sucked into doing this, that he'd been talked into it, basically, by different people who are active in that way. So he's just one case. There's many. So the point is, it can be very it's not wrong. If someone wants to do it, okay, do it. But the point is, we should not necessarily encourage it just from some little superficial sign, like with me. Oh, I wonder what it's like to be a woman. And then, okay, all the doctors and therapists are on me saying, yes, go for it, Jiva. No, that's the problem. If they artificially encourage it. If someone's really got that tendency, then they're going to figure it out themselves. It'll go that way, and they'll, and that is understandable, and it's not actually, a bad thing in a sense, because from the yoga point of view, we're all spiritual in essence. In other words, we're neutral spiritually. And if you, the science of yoga, what happens at the end of this body, according to the science of yoga, like I've got a man body in this life, but that's not my real eternal identity. It's not like I'm always going to be a man. Who knows? In my next life, I could be a woman. Or some of the women here, in your next life, you could be a man. So these kind of changes, or this kind of changing mentality, in a sense, is very real, and it's quite natural. It happens. But again, the problem is that when it's artificially pushed, that's where it creates problems for people. So, how am I? Is this too intense, too controversial? Yeah.
I think that regardless of our sex or gender or our job or what side of politics, when we're driven by ego, I think that's fundamentally the problem.
Well, it's identifying. It's falsely identifying. That's the problem. If I start sitting around thinking, oh, yeah, I'm a man, and it's silly. It's not the real. Yes, it's true for this situation. You can say, yeah, it's true, but it's a relative truth. It's not an eternal truth. So yoga is concerned with the eternal truths. That's what it's all about, and that's where you're going to find your satisfaction and happiness, not arguing about some temporary little thing. Like, oh, I'm a man, isn't it great? Or I'm a woman, isn't it great? Or I'm this, or I'm that, or I'm black, or I'm white, or I'm a Muslim, or I'm a Hindu, or I'm a Labor Party guy, or all this is all temporary identification that changes, quite frankly. It changes all the time anyway, so, it happens all the time. So, if not in this life, if it doesn't change, it'll change in the next one. The only thing that stays the same is our eternal spiritual nature, who we really are. We're all children of the Supreme. We're all spiritual in essence, parts and parcels of the Supreme Spirit or God, and that's our true identity. And if you have that, you latch onto that, you just immediately transcend all these other divisive problems and issues. It's not that they're solved. There's a difference between solving the problem and transcending them. You know, all the squabbling's going to go on, and you just, in your self-realization, you just float above it. You don't think you're better than them, but you understand what's going on. It's like a few years ago we had some of you might have heard about it. You know, if you come up the stairs here, we've got a little roof area. If you come in this way, you come in here. If you go the other way, there's a little roof area, and you can walk out and basically look out onto the street. And I think it must have been maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was staying here at the time, and 3 o'clock in the morning, we heard this sort of roaring noise, like woo, 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 like that. And I'm thinking, what's that? And I walked out there, and there's about 100 people in the street right in front of here, just brawling like a massive fight brawl, serious brawl. And we were sort of like, me and a couple of another person, we were here. We were just looking down at it like this massive brawl in the street. And we found out later it was, you know, they were all, you know, black. Everyone in the street was black. Some of them were islanders and some of them were something else. I don't know what they were, but they knew who each other. I couldn't tell, but they knew who each other were, and they were just fighting each other over something. We don't know what, but it was definitely, they were identifying as, I think it was some Pacific Islanders against some other group. They were both not black, but darkish kind of skin people. So, you know, this is another one. We were just sort of looking down at it and like, I wonder what's going on here. We didn't know. So that's kind of what it is with spiritual realization. You sort of, it's not an ego thing. It's more just an enhanced understanding and an experience. And so your vision of material life becomes enhanced, and you can see things like that. It's like, it was surreal. It's like, what's going on? So that's what this thing is with all these battles going on with these gender identities and racist identities and so on. The solution is so simple. It's just mind-boggling that more and more people just don't latch onto it. You know, it's so simple. And we say it over and over again. It's one of the most basic teachings of yoga. The foundation of all yoga teaching. You are not your body. You are spiritual in essence. You are eternal spiritual entity, spiritual being, spiritual spark, however you want to say it. Totally distinct from your temporary material body, your temporary material body. We get these bodies according to our karma. It's a whole another subject, the science of reincarnation. But the main point is you will continue to exist after the death of your body. That's the clue. And once you understand that, which I think most people who are into yoga and meditation have at least some kind of understanding in that way. Once you have that, then you can immediately just float above all this other stuff. You don't need to be proud you're a man, or proud you're a woman, or proud about anything else. You just have the body you have, and that's it, and that's nice, that's what you got, and you live according to it. And if there's some real other psychological thing going on where you have difficulty identifying with the particular body you've got, then maybe you might want to, you know, if it's a real bother, then, you know, might want to, you know, see what you can do. But, you know, it shouldn't be just a fad. Oh, it's a fad, you know, oh, let me get on that bandwagon. That sounds fun. No. So, that's it. Yoga teaching is so wonderful. It's so simple. It's the simplest thing, and it can just help anyone and everybody just transcend the difficulties or confusions that we have. You know, you don't need to live in confusion about something like that. You know, there's an interesting anecdote in this regard. Sometimes people think that, oh, you're a spiritual person, you must be against all the trans. No, against artificially induced trans, yes, but not genuine trans, no. I remember there was a story, not my teacher, but my teacher's teacher. He had a student who was one of his disciples, actually, who was identifying, you know, he was confused about his identity, you know, and he was having a relationship with somebody, and he was confused, and he just told him, this, his name is Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami, is the name of this teacher, and he just told his student, look, just pick one and stick with it, whatever it is, and, you know, don't be confused. Just stick with something, whatever. He wasn't talking about surgery or anything like that. He just said, whatever you identified, stick with that, and try to develop your love for God. Try to develop your spiritually, because ultimately, your gender, when you're trying to, on the spiritual quest, your gender doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, man or woman or whatever. Spiritually, we're all the same. And this is what the problem is. People are actually getting this knowledge. People are understanding more and more due to the prevalence of yoga teaching and the influence of it in the last 50 years or so. It's really permeated culture, the mainstream culture. People get this equality thing. Everybody's after equality. And it's a great thing, but it's only applicable spiritually. Spiritually, it's applicable. When you start trying to apply it in a material way and artificially make things the same, it doesn't work. It just creates confusion. The fact is, you know, there are such things as biological men and biological women. They're realities. So you don't need to try and make it all the same or try and merge one into the other. That's spiritual life. That's where it can happen. It can happen in the most beautiful and wonderful way. But you try and apply that in material situations, and it just creates confusion and anger and divisiveness and riots and stuff. So, you know, and if and these women, whoever they are, like I said, I don't even know what their point of view was. I didn't really get into it. I just thought it was, gee, this is not good, that they can't even get together in the public square and have their say or have their, you know, they should be able to do that and without getting attacked, whatever it may be. So this is the democratic situation, right? Everybody likes to live in where you can do that. You know, that's why everybody wants to go to the United States or come to Australia, or where they don't have to put up with, you know, some dictatorial government telling them what they can do in the street and what they can't and so on. We're not saying it's right, we're just saying this is a good situation where people can be free like that. As far as, you know, situations like here, for example, this our little thing here, the Australian School of Meditation, we're teaching something specific. It's not like, this isn't the public square, if you know what I mean. This is like a specific place where we definitely have something to say, and we say it, and we don't necessarily, just like any other institution, right? You go to university, you want to learn Tai Chi or you want to learn acupuncture. It's not a debate, You go to learn from that particular skill from that particular teacher, or medicine, or architecture, or engineering, or whatever it is. So many different things you go to learn. It's not like you go and argue and fight about it at that place. But that's not the public square either. That's a particular institution. So in our society, we have both these things. We have our institutions where specific things are taught, like here, and people can take it or leave it. And then there's the public square, which is where, it's a bit of a free-for-all. And it's good to have that public square too, so people can, express their opinions and like that. And they can hear the different pros and cons argument. But what's happening is people are getting shouted down. So, anyway, these were some of my observations in the last few months. Different things going on in our, but we're always focusing on the spiritual solution. That's the real solution. Yeah.
Ordinary human being mind, usually they surrounded with the negative.
Sorry?
Ordinary human being mind.
Yeah.
Is surrounded with the negativity like despair, anger, animality, hunger.
Yeah.
When they go through the spirituality mind,
Yeah.
they will get a calmness.
Yes.
They will have a compassion mind.
Yeah.
They will come out from complain, blame, kind of negativity in their.
Yeah. Yes, exactly right. That's what this is all about. Seeing our real equality is seeing it on the spiritual platform, and when we are chanting, especially, that's where we're aiming for. We're getting a little experience of this transcendence. Right. So, I just got the signal that dinner's ready, so I'm going to start bringing that out, and I'm just going to chant for a minute or two while they bring out the dinner. And so thank you for listening. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Dana Mohana Upala Govinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so thanks everybody. Just going to have a short break and we'll be back with more chanting. Thank you.
Haribol. Not sure about the voice lasting. I've been screaming at kids all day. No. They're just yell back. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine. Namo Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Namine Gaura Karuna Swarupaya Radhe Krishna Prastayate. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Haribo. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Haribo. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Haribo. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Haribo. Haribo, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, 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 Haribo. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Om Hari Om. 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 Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radharani, Shyama Sundar, Vrindavan, Hari Bol. Radharani, Shyama Sundar, Vrindavan, Hari Bol.
Haribol. I think so. See how we're going. Alrighty.
everybody. Just going to keep on chanting for a little bit. Gopala, Govinda, Rahama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rahama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rahama, Dana Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Gopala, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Gopala, Govinda, Dana Mohana, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, 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 Govinda, Rama, Okay. Can we do, this is a chant we do a lot, Radha Govinda. Radha Govinda, Radha Gopala. And this mantra in particular captures the both the feminine and the masculine aspect of the divine energy. Radha is the divine feminine energy, and Gopala, Govinda, means Krishna. Radha, Govinda, Radha, Gopala, Govinda, Radha, Gopala, Radha, Govinda. Radha Govinda, Radha Gopala, 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 Radha Govinda, Radha Radha Govinda, Radha Gopala, 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 Radha Govinda, Radha Gopala. Radha Govinda, Radha Gopala, 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 Radha Govinda, Radha Gopala. Radha Govinda, Radha Gopala, 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 Radha Govinda, Radha Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Govinda, Radha, Gopala, Govinda, Radha, Gopala, Radha, Govinda, Radha, Gopala, Radha, Govinda, Radha. Let's try it with just harmonium. Gopala, Radha, Govinda, Radha, Gopala, Radha, Govinda, Radha, Gopala, Govinda, Radha, Gopala, So, since everybody's feeling a bit lively, we'll try a lively one. Casually lively. Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Gopala, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. How are we going for the time?
7:30.
Okay. I don't need too much encouragement. It's quite enough. Okay. Can we do a really slow one?
Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Let's all go together. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's keep going. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, last one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare So Namaste, everybody. Thank you all very much for coming. Hope you had a good time. Please thank Rupa for the dinner. And someone else did something. No dessert. Who did this?
Jiva gave a talk.
Talk a bit from time to time. So thanks all. Beck as usual, playing harmonium beautifully every week. And Joe, little twinkling on the guitar there. And Daniela, thank you. And Karen and Renee. We'll do the whole room. All right, namaste everybody. Thank you. Chai coming up, and hope to see you soon.